Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And today's episode is a perfect example of what your activism, your fighting for the Second Amendment rights, has done to curtail the Secretary of Defense from implementing the gun control measures from the Pentagon that we talked about 2 weeks ago. This is massive. You're going to want to send this out, but again, this is directly due to your activism. They even cite it as the reason they backed off. Everything is linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear from you guys on this one. And if you are a new or returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and making sure you turn that notification bell on. We need as many of you as possible to get into the fold to help us spread the news and pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation, just like this show's works. Thank you so much in advance for your consideration, and the content today is brought to you by LAS Concealment. And if you're in the market for a holster for that favorite freedom tool of yours, LAS Concealment might be worth a look. Their holsters are made out of Kydex. They are form-fitted to every said freedom tool. They have multiple different designs, multiple colors, inside and outside the waistband options, and they've been tested by the world's special forces. They're worth your time. There's a link down there in the description box, and thank you so much to LAS Concealment for making this possible. But my brothers and sisters, one of the things that we talk about on this channel consistently is that this fight is not over. You have the ability to curtail them. They want to act like you don't, but you absolutely do. Your voice matters, and this goes in that prove it column. Check this out. Pentagon sidesteps thorny gun issue in effort to reduce suicides. Now, what this story is around is a topic that we covered around 2 weeks ago when I was at the Gundies. And we talked about how the Pentagon panel recommended all sorts of gun control to prevent veteran suicides in the military or post-military. Now, here's the part where I put the exact same disclaimer out. The military, these service members, those that fight for our freedom, who give up and give sacrifices, whether blood, sweat, tears, mental, emotional, or physical security, for our freedoms deserve the finest, the best. They have no other alternative, the best in my opinion. The solution is not to take the rights away from them, of which they paid with those sacrifices for. The right is to get them the help, and that's where they went because, again, your activism. Check this out. This is incredible because this is the way you help people but still respect rights. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin this week ordered the Pentagon to improve access to mental health care in an effort to reduce suicide deaths in the military. Incredibly important focus point. But held off on implementing gun safety regulations proposed by an independent committee. Gun safety regulations. These things were like mandated waiting periods, background checks on ammunition, increasing the age limit to 25 for purchase. Lots of things that were very, very bad. And this is all on DoD property. But they backed off. Wait until I show you why. They even say it. Here's some of the examples. The Independent Review Committee, in a report published in February, also recommended that the Pentagon implement several gun safety measures. Okay, it's gun control measures. Those recommendations included waiting periods for the purchase of firearms and ammunition by service members on military property, and raising the minimum age for purchasing firearms and ammunition on military property to 25. Austin's memorandum didn't include any of the committee's gun safety recommendations and didn't mention firearms. Now, you'd say there must be some reason that they didn't mention any firearms, Braden. They can't have given into pressure from gun rights activists. Oh, yes, they did. Because, again, you are active. You are making a difference. Let's keep this going because I got to share what he did. Austin's orders were based on recommendations from the Suicide Prevention and Response Independent Review Committee, which the Department of Defense created in 2022 to evaluate its efforts to prevent suicides. Again, a noble cause. Based on Austin's memorandum, the Pentagon will expedite the hiring of behavioral health professionals and improve the scheduling system for appointments, getting them the help that they need. This next part is where we start to show what you're doing. It would also require military medical facilities to screen for unhealthy levels of alcohol consumption and would make it easy for service members to find help for unhealthy alcohol use. Again, support to solve the problems, and this is the payoff. If you hear nothing else, listen to this statement in the article. The Defense Department's hesitation towards the committee's gun safety recommendations may reflect the likelihood that they will be staunchly opposed by gun rights advocates. Tell me you're not making a difference. Tell me every single thing that you share out, every single thing that you articulate a very good point for gun rights against gun control is not working. You literally just had the Secretary of Defense, in face of a Pentagon report, say, yeah, we're not even going to mention firearms. We're just going to get people the help that they need. What is going on? You're making a difference. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.